Game 3, Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Celtics have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against the Miami Heat? Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue.
Well, the venue's different, but the stakes, you take a look at the Celtics. They let one slip away at home. You know they're desperate to regain the advantage.
Yes, they are, but let's also credit their opponent. This matchup has looked more even than many people expected. They're going to have to play their best ball to win tonight here on the road.
And the starting group for the Celtics. The perimeter pair, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point. Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Holiday hits them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Hero for 3. Boston with a rebound. They've had a strong postseason showing and have only lost 2 of their games up to this point.
And you know, the effort level has certainly been there. But what's impressed me the most is the adaptability that they've shown facing different matchups and defensive schemes. They've showed great focus and determination in the pursuit of their goal to win a championship.
To the right side. Back to Hero. From 18 feet away. Shot clock at 5. Wiggins finds Adebayo. Miami, no good that time either.
3 misses in a row. Still looking for their first bucket.
Porzingis, high post. Denied by Adebayo.
That's great anticipation by Dan. He sees the game so well, doesn't he?
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Pass to Holiday. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Brown passes to White. The 3 ball. The rebound by Wiggins.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Ware. Over Holiday. Gets the leaner to fall.
What vision from Rozier there. Seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass.
Brown against Wiggins. Tatum passes to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
And obviously their goal right now is to feed him the ball and get him going.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Here's Hero. Out to the right wing. Adebayo from long range. Hits the trifecta. And this game is tied up now.
Adebayo being aggressive there. Quick release on the catch and shoot.
Back to Brown. Hook loose. Now Wiggins. Pass to Hero. Adebayo, a screen on Holiday. Hero for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. White, the pass to Holiday. Now here's Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Tatum with it. White looking it over. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
Sometimes it's just better to give up the rebound instead of fighting through the guy.
Yeah, that's a careless foul. Look, you like that he's being aggressive, but you also have to be disciplined.
Kick out to Brown. Again, the miss by Boston. Miami has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. To the inside, where? Ooh, a two-handed power slam!
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Porzingis passes to Holiday. Tatum from long range. Again, the miss by Boston. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. Back to Hero. Ooh, poked away. Tatum with a steal. And they're running. White for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Heat making a change here. Jaquez is checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Branham's checked in for Holiday. Hero left side. Pass to Rozier. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Over to the left wing. Outside White. Outside Brown. Takes a 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Tatum. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
Heat trail by 3. Hero outside. Over to the wing to win the run. And again, no good by Miami.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Branham, pounded by Adebayo. Brown passes to Branham. Sinks it from distance.
I just love the ball movement.
The Heat have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Pass to Ware. Hero outside. And there's the lob.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Celtics lead by 4. Brown finds Tatum. Now White. Kick out to Brown. Tatum with room to shoot. Here's Branham. Back to White. Right side Porzingis. Pass to Branham. Just 5 to shoot. Brown passes to Branham. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
What focus from Branham at the arc. He really wants to be as efficient as possible.
Rozier gets the bucket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Brown passes to White. And that one is hammered home.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Heat trail by 6. Rozier outside. 4-3. It's hauled in by White. White's got 4 rebounds now. Brown passes to Porzingis. Oh, he picked him clean. Rozier looking around. They get it back. Let's go with a three. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
From distance, Rozier looking confident.
Boston calls timeout. Some changes for Boston. Hauser, he's checked in for Tatum, and Exum subbed in for White. Boston leading by 3. Brown passes to Exum. Outside Porzingis. Rebound Miami. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Here's Jaquez. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And it's now only a 1-point Celtic lead.
Well, night in and night out, Jaquez loves to attack the middle of that defense.
Jaquez against Brown. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
Highsmith, he's checked in for Adebayo. A minute 9 left in the first. Inside, here's Wiggins. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
52 seconds left in the first. And stolen by Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. Right wing. Pass to Hauser. Into the lane. And they pick up 2. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
Well, passing may not be a highlight of Branham's game, but he's not a selfish guy who will just force his own shot.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Wiggins. Outside Jaquez. Pass to Jovic. There's the triple. Knocked away. Porzingis surveying the floor. Derek White getting it done for the Boston Celtics. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
Andrew Wiggins is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Javi Jaquez, and it's Jovic in at the center position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Heat trail by 5. And here's Mitchell. Yet to see a basket. Such a wide open look.
Well, you got to honor the three-point shot of Jaquez Jr., especially when he's lurking around these corner spots.
Branham passes to Exum. Here's Hauser. Exum with it. Pass to Branham. 5 to shoot. Here's Hauser. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Hauser's got his second bucket on the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Keita. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Jaquez. That one's good for 2. Jaquez has got 5 points now this quarter.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And they double up Porzingis. Branham passes to Exum. Here's Branham. Check by Mitchell. And the basket by Branham.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Trailing by 5. Pass to Wiggins. From the elbow. Here's Jovic. No good on the 3. Boston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. All right, let's get an update on Jason Tatum from Allie LaForce. What'd you find out, Allie?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Celtics let me know the status. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. And this all happening right in the thick of the postseason could be very challenging to overcome. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Branham passes to Exum. 3 on the clock. He shoots it. Another one falls for Boston.
Well, the thing is, you got to be very careful when Porzingis gets that catch-and-shoot game working.
And they're pushing it up. Pass to Holiday. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Jaquez with a screen on Holiday. Mitchell, the pass to Jovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Here's Hauser. He's got 5. Holiday passes to Branham. 3-pointer. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat trail by 5. Wiggins with it. Guarded now by Holiday. The 3 is up. Boston with a rebound. Exum outside. Outside Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Drills it from deep. Holiday's got 7 points.
Well, Holiday finds ways to score inside and from beyond the arc.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And Boston with some changes. Jason Tatum comes in for Hauser. And it's Brown in for Exum. Down low. Shot left block. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And let's take a look at who's been lights out from beyond the arc in this year's playoffs. 4th, Davion Mitchell.
Some guys thrive on the postseason pressure. He's been an unbelievable floor spacer for them.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Boston leading by 7. Brown scanning the floor. Outside Porzingis. Outside, Brown. 6 to shoot. Oh! Brown just throws it down.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Miami has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Beyond the arc. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Holiday passes to Brown. Outside Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Wow, guts Fancy finish inside by Brown.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Now the Celtics on the move. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Jovic, defended by Brown.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Tatum, and it's blocked. Hero with it, picked up by Tatum. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Jaylen Brown picks one up.
Yeah, Hopkins Jr. is an unpredictable player, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
So for Miami, Bam Adebayo comes in for Jovic, and it's Rozier in for Mitchell.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Holiday finds Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat trail by 7. On the wing, Rozier. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Porzingis. Brown against Hero. Random passes to Holiday. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Holiday's fiery. Tough to keep up.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Wiggins, he's checked in for Miami. Holiday hits them both. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. And he lobs it up top.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Cadis checked in for Boston. Exum comes in for Branham. Boston leading by 7. Now here's Tatum. Here's Holiday. It's not going to go for him.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Pass to Hero. Here's Adebayo. Knocks down the 18-footer. Adebayo's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, Adebayo's really good at facing up from mid-range. Buries the jumper there.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Rebound Miami.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Pass to Rozier. Back to Hero. Here's Wiggins. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Brown. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Boston shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Free throw no good for Brown.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Rozier against Holiday. Pass to Keita. Kick out to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Holiday from long range. Rebound by Wiggins.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And Rozier doesn't fear contact. He welcomes the chance to get to the line whenever he can.
Both free throws good from Rozier. 1:14 left in the first half. Here's Brown. Oh, my goodness! Brown would not be denied!
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Adebayo. Blocked! Tatum against Hero. On the wing, Holiday. Here's Keita. Exum with it. Outside Tatum. Makes the three. And Rozier pulls it down.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's in there.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Exum outside. Fires from deep. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. Well, now a minute to check it. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
They've had the hot hand from deep, so I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
Taking a look at how the... Thanks for tuning in. Now...
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
And so here is Miami. 6-point game on the floor for Boston. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Holiday with the ball. Guarded by Adebayo. They kick it out to Porzingis. Shoots over Hero. Porzingis misses.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Here's Rozier. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Drew Holiday.
The defense tries to stop Rozier inside, but he just goes for the shot with reckless abandon. He wasn't getting shut down.
Both free throws good from Rozier. Boston's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. The kick to Tatum. And stolen by Adebayo. Takes a step back. Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up to the rim. Throw it down on the lob.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
And here's Tatum. Here's Holiday. The rebound by Ware. And it's Rozier with the ball for the Heat. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Hero outside. For the lead. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Celtics shooting 52% from the floor so far. Outside Holiday. White pass to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. And he lays it up and in. Holiday's got 11 points.
Well, Holiday is one of the strongest guards in the league. He can handle the contact.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles. We just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Rozier. It's hauled in by White. White's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Brown. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
And over time, we've seen Brown ease into accepting more responsibility on offense. He's now a dangerous scorer.
Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8 points now.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 3. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Wiggins outside. Now Rozier. Shoots over Tatum. Tatum with the block.
And there's Tatum's length showing up at the defensive end. What a play.
Wiggins against Porzingis. Pass to Adebayo. To the middle. Here's Ware. And he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce.
Yeah, look, you know Holiday loves to drive it, but it's still tough to stop.
So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Holiday hits them both. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Ware. Here's Hero. And Porzingis with the block.
What a swat by the big man Porzingis. You always have to be careful shooting when he's lurking.
Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Here's Ware. It's Wiggins on the wing. Now here's Adebayo. Banked it in off the glass. Adebayo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, how about Adebayo? Just discarding the defender and finishing strong.
Here's Brown. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Rozier. Oh!
Wow!
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. So it's Boston now. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Holiday passes to Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the steps.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
I like that from White. Attacking the heart of that defense.
Here's Hero. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, rejected by Wiggins. Oh, there's the alley. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Wiggins outside to the paint. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
Outside White. Outside Tatum. Holiday passes to Tatum. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, when it comes to his jump shooting, Tatum is extremely efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
Wiggins, no good. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. Here's Holiday, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And he's made all of his 6 tries at the line in this one. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
Well, if you ask a coach, what do you want out of your players? The answer is often effort, ability, and selflessness. Drew Holiday has all of those and more.
Branham's checked in for Boston. Tipped away. Holiday passes to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Yeah, taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Miami has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And stolen by Holiday. Here's Branham. Jaquez covers. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Boston.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Yeah, he's such a competitive guy. Jaquez Jr. just willing that ball.
Brown passes to Porzingis. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's foul number 2 for him. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
Pass to Highsmith. Jaquez with it. Now Mitchell to the middle. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, in the two-man game, Adebayo can play either role. This time he sets the screen, gets it back, and scores.
And here's Brown. Jaquez grabs the board.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Jovic has got 5 points.
The opposite of a selfish player. Jaime Jaquez Jr. always puts the team ahead of himself. Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Here's Adebayo. Again, the Heat score.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Brown. Whoa! Brown with a huge slam.
My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
Miami has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. It's stolen by Tatum. And he comes up with a bucket. Tatum's got 7 points for the quarter. 1:15 left in the third. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Jovic. Inside. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, you know what Bam's going to give you on defense, but when he's clicking on offense like this, such a bonus for this team.
Brown, no good. Miami trailing. On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Mitchell for the lead. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th assist in this one. Branham passes to Porzingis. And here comes the break. Here's Jovic. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Well, you got to credit the stellar defense from Bam there. He got the steal to set that play in motion. He is a difference maker on that end.
He's got a knack for finishing inside. That's easy money.
Miami's gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6. Mitchell, the pass to Jaquez. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Well, Jaquez doesn't mess around. He likes to throw it down with force.
Pass to Branham. Now here's Tatum. Outside White. 3-pointer off the mark. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Miami out in front, leading by 3. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
And Coach Spoelstra instructing his guys to look for the best option.
Yeah, there's no reason to rush any bad shots, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
Back Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. Davion Mitchell is out there with Josh Christopher. Then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Jovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Queta. Here's Branham. It's Brown on the wing. Off target from outside.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
It's Christopher on the wing. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Holiday against Mitchell. Jaquez, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Hauser passes to Branham. Outside, Brown. That's tipped. Heat leading by 3. The floater. Here's Highsmith. Boston pulls it in. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Queta, pass to Holiday. Here's Branham, checked by Mitchell. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you can see how driven Malachi Branham is as a player. He wants to do as much as he can for his team. He wants to be a major contributor.
The Heat making a switch here. Ntilikina's checked in, and he makes both free throws. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Pass to Jaquez. Here's Highsmith. Here's Jovic to the inside. Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. Boston again missing. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And it's Highsmith missing.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Branham passes to Queta. Here's Branham. Left side, Brown. Pass to Branham to tie it up. Highsmith grabs the board. Miami leading by 3. Here's Ntilikina. And there it is for him. Ntilikina's got his first points of the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Timeout called, Celtics. Anderson's checked in for Miami. Tyler Hero comes in for Ntilikina. Derek White's checked in for Boston. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the Celtics head coach was saying to the team. And they were blunt with their team, telling them if they want to win, the comeback has to start right now. They can't waste any possessions. Plus, they told the players, we need some stops. A very direct way to communicate, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Pass to Brown. And Hero grabs the board. Hero's got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep, Mitchell. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hauser from the arc. He drops it from range.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Miami has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. And stolen by Brown. Driving in. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
On the wing, Rozier. He's guarded by White. Jaquez against Brown. From 13. And again, no good by Miami. Boston's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. White with it. Hero picks him up. Here's Caden. Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And the eagerness of Rozier, I mean, he wanted to hit them right back.
Here's Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Miami making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Outside for Rozier. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far.
He didn't have his feet planted.
And Boston with some changes. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Queta. And it's Tatum in for Hauser. Celtics on D. They've led by as many as 11. Back to Rozier. 5 on the clock. Offline with a 3. Boston has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Outside White. Inside. White gets it to go.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Heat trail by 4. Down low. Here's Ware. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Left side Porzingis. Outside White. Ooh, here's White on the drive.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
And the Heat shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. It's stolen by Holiday. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hero, the pass to Rozier. And he's going for the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. For Boston, they've gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Outside, Brown. Got a piece of it. Adebayo with it. Now guarded by Brown. White against Rozier. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And when you look at Rozier, such a fantastic scorer, a gear-shifting, talented guard who continues to improve.
Both free throws good from Rozier. And here's Tatum. Outside, Brown. Outside, Holiday. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 7 assists in the game.
Huge bucket by Holiday there. His team really needed that one.
Here's Hero. Pass to Ware. And here's Adebayo. Hero outside. Here's Ware. Miami, no good that time either.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Tatum finds Brown. Tatum feeling it out a bit. JT to the hole. Uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got 9 points now in the second half.
Hey, you need some points? Tatum is your guy.
And finished off by Adebayo.
Wow. Adebayo showing some leadership there in a big moment.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. 2-point game. It's stolen by Holiday. A minute 15 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Brown. Now Tatum. Outside White. From outside, off the mark. Wiggins for three. That one is cash from Wiggins.
Plays with a bit of quiet intensity, but Wiggins has shown the ability to rise up in the big moments.
Brown passes to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Rebound Miami. Hero's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Looking to end this cold spell. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one on Tatum, and that one falls for Hero.
With the big-time and one. This is now a 2-possession game.
Outside Tatum. Wiggins against Holiday. Outside White. Shot to stop the run. Cash. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Brown with the steal. On the wing, Tatum. Pounded by Rozier. Outside, Brown. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game.
Look, Brown has proven himself to be a clutch performer, and he does it again. And what a night he's having on the glass, putting in the work to help his team close out possessions.
Tatum with it. We've got more in store for you right after this.